All right, so the OnePlus Pad. What's going on, everyone? Josh Quinones here, and in this video, I kind of just want to share what my experience has been like with the OnePlus Pad since I have had it. And I gotta tell you guys right now that my experience with the OnePlus Pad it's actually been pretty enjoyable. But let's go ahead and get into this. So I believe right now at the time of making this video, the price that this is going for is around 480 bucks. So by the end of this video, hopefully this video will help someone out that's trying to make that decision on whether or not they should buy this tablet. If you do find yourself interested by the end of this video, I'll make sure I have a link down in the description below so you could possibly pick one up for yourself if you don't already have one. But when it comes to the overall unboxing experience with this tablet right here, simple unboxing experience. You got the tablet, comes with the charging adapter, which is very nice because we don't see that with a lot of devices these days. And then it also comes with the user manuals that nobody ever really reads. And then the charging cable as well. That is a USB Type-C connection. So that's always nice as well. Now, when it comes to the overall design of this tablet, I think it is a beautiful tablet, especially in this green color right here. It's got a nice frosted matte finish in the back, but I will say that I do find myself having to wipe it down every now and then because while it is a matte frosted finish in the back, over some time it does, you are able to start seeing your fingerprints in the back. So you're gonna wanna make sure to wipe it down, every once in a while. Of course, we got that camera in the back as well. Then going to the front, we got this nice big 11.61 inch display. Now, I gotta say, in my opinion, for me at least, this kind of hits that sweet spot when it comes to an overall size for a tablet. It's not too big, but it's not small either. It hits that sweet spot when it comes to the overall size. And then of course, you got the bezels all the way around, which I think are good as well, because it gives you just enough room to be able to hold this tablet without accidentally, touching the screen or accidentally touching something on the screen that, maybe you don't want to open a certain app or anything like that. So you got these bezels on the side to hold the tablet. In my opinion, they're just an overall perfect size. The overall tablet is just a perfect size. Of course, you got the volume rockers, you got the power button. Now, I do use the facial recognition to unlock this tablet, which works great. It has worked every time for me. We got the speakers on each side of the tablet, 2 on this side, 2 on the left side, and they sound great. We will go over that a little bit later in the video, but I'll tell you right now that these speakers get loud and they just sound great. Now, going back to the display, like I said, this is an 11.61 inch display, but it is also a 144 hertz of smoothness. And if you know OnePlus and if you've used OnePlus devices before, it's got that OnePlus smoothness. If you've used one before, you know what I'm talking about. And then when it comes to 144 hertz, it is just butter. But we'll talk about that a little bit later when we talk about performance. When it comes to the overall brightness of the display, it does get pretty bright. When you're indoors, it's definitely bright enough. When you're outdoors, I wish maybe it could just get just a little bit brighter. But I mean, most people aren't going to be using their tablet outdoors. Most of us use it indoors. So when you're indoors, it's gonna be more than bright enough, but the colors just pop, nice and vibrant, beautiful looking display. Now, one thing that I wish this tablet did have is some expandable storage. The option to expand the storage on this, because it does come with 128 gigabytes of storage, which in some cases, for some people that is enough, but there's a lot of other people that use a whole lot more storage than that. So it would be nice if it had an SD card slot so we can be able to just throw a micro SD card in there and be able to expand the storage that way, not have to worry about, throwing stuff on the cloud, to be able to save more stuff that way. So that would just always be nice. Unfortunately, it does not have expandable storage. This is a 128 gigabyte storage model with 8 gigabytes of RAM. It does have that MediaTek Dimensity 9000 chipset, which is powering this whole device right here. And then of course it's running the Oxygen OS, which again, is just running super smooth. But yes, let's talk about performance. So like I said, we got 144 hertz of smoothness on this display. And that plus just overall performance of this tablet right here, I mean, it runs great, whether I'm just, scrolling through social media, YouTube, Amazon, using the Best Buy app, Disney Plus, whatever I'm doing on this, or whether I'm using the Google feed on the side, super smooth, super snappy. And I did also make a separate video recently, I believe just before this video actually, of just pure gaming on this tablet right here. I did about 45 minutes of just straight gaming on this tablet. And honestly, overall, it had, at least in my opinion, with my experience, and just not even for that video, but other times as well, I mean, this has handled gaming pretty good. I really haven't experienced any major problems when it comes to gaming on this tablet right here. And the fact that we get this nice big display just makes the experience just that much better. Now in that video, kind of towards the end of the video, I did mention that I noticed the tablet was getting just a little bit warm, nothing even major. I did have the brightness set all the way to the highest, which I always do with this tablet. And I also had the gaming mode at the highest level, at the pro gamer mode. That way I can get the best experience possible when gaming on this tablet right here. And it still didn't even really heat up a lot like I thought it would, especially with the tablet being so thin. I thought maybe I would start to feel some kind of heat after gaming for so long, especially after playing games like Call of Duty Mobile, Fortnite. But I played a few games in that video, and then it wasn't towards the end of getting close to that 45-minute mark to where the tablet did start feeling just a little bit warm. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. Nothing even major, nothing uncomfortable at all to where I didn't want to hold the tablet anymore because it was too hot. Nothing like that, just very little. And that was it. And it overall, it handled the gaming really, really good. There was 2 times when playing within that video, playing Fortnite, where the game kind of stuttered a little bit. I'm not sure if that was the tablet or maybe my Wi-Fi connection, because sometimes that can happen if your connection is not the best. But other than that, performance with gaming was great as well. So overall, when it comes to performance with this tablet right here, you won't be disappointed. It handles everything that I needed to. And then we have battery life. So battery life is actually really good on the OnePlus Pad here. It's got a 9,510 milliamp battery. And we gotta remember, we're not talking smartphones here, because yeah, that does seem like a big battery, but we also gotta remember that it's powering a big 11.61 inch, 144 hertz display, especially me, for someone who has the brightness pretty much at 100% all the time. This is everything that it's powering. And for it powering a big display like that, running at 144 hertz and everything that I do on it, I actually did an all-day battery drain test with this tablet right here. You're gonna have no problem at all getting through an entire day with this tablet right here. It will get you through an entire day without having to worry about throwing it on the charger, midday, especially if you're someone who uses your tablet a lot, whether it's watching content or like me, editing video, writing notes, maybe like to doodle, draw stuff, play games, maybe use it for work. It'll be able to handle all of that without you having to worry about throwing this on the charger midday. So this is easily a full day tablet. Now, if you're someone who uses your tablet, a little bit lighter, this can easily be a 2-day tablet, maybe even a 3-day tablet. And I did mention that in my all-day battery drain test, because, a lot of us, we use our smartphones for everything. Even if, you're someone who has a tablet, there's people that don't pick up their tablet for a few days because, we use our smartphones for everything. So even for those people, this tablet is definitely going to be more than a 1 day or so. If you're worried about battery life, don't worry. Battery life is going to be good on this tablet right here. And I know a lot of it does have to do with that MediaTek Dimensity 9000 chipset as well, which is helping this tablet right here run the way it does and preserve some of that battery life. But of course, if the battery does happen to die on you, maybe you forgot to charge it, this does have 67 watt Super VOOC charging. So charging for a battery this size, definitely very, very fast. And it actually shows you, once you throw it on the charger, it'll show the percentages going up, and it goes up pretty fast. And I've actually made videos about the Super VOOC charging with, their smartphone device, and it charges that device super fast. So it's gonna be the same thing with this tablet right here. Of course, this is charging a bigger battery. So yes, it will take a little bit longer, but still, you're getting super fast charging for this 9,510 milliamp battery. So you won't have any problems with that either if your battery does happen to die. Now, of course, we got cameras on this tablet right here. Let me just say this. I don't use these cameras to take pictures, whether I'm using the rear-facing camera or the front-facing camera. With the rear-facing camera, it's got a 13 megapixel rear camera and 8 megapixel front-facing camera. And honestly, I wouldn't really use these to take pictures or videos. I mean, they might be good for video calling, but that's about it. Unless it's an emergency, I can't find my smartphones or anything, and I have a moment that's happening, I just want to make sure to capture that moment so I can remember it forever, then maybe that's when I'll pull this tablet out, take a quick photo. It might not come out the best, But hey, at least I will have that memory. But like I said, unless you're making video calls or anything like that, that's probably the only thing that these cameras are good for. But of course, you know, in order to keep the price down with this tablet, OnePlus had to make some cuts here and there, and the cameras were one of them, unfortunately. Now, of course, with this tablet right here, OnePlus did make some accessories to go along with it, with the first one right here being the pen, which does stick to it magnetically, just like that. And yes, it does charge this pen wirelessly. And honestly, it's nice. It feels so good in the hand. It's about the size of a regular pen or pencil, whatever you want to call it. And it is super responsive when it comes to the display on here. And it's just nice to use, whether, you know, you're just using it to scroll through the home screen, or maybe you like to draw, color, design things. Maybe you're using it to sign documents. This pen can actually really come in handy, and it's nice. And you'll always have it with you because you can just magnetically stick it to the tablet like that. But this is not the only thing. We also have right here a keyboard. But this keyboard isn't just a keyboard, it's also a case as well. So it's a case that acts like a keyboard, or a keyboard that acts like a case. But it's nice because you have your keyboard and your tablet with you all in one place. And it does not add too much bulk to this tablet right here. Still keeping it very nice and thin, still lightweight. And it's nice because it acts as a stand for your tablet as well. Just like that, as you can see there. It does connect to it magnetically. And the keyboard is nice. It is, let me take it off the tablet right here so I can hold it a little easier. It is nice and clickety clackety. The keys feel good. The little pad down here works great. I would say that my only kind of small complaint about this keyboard right here, whoops, is that it's, in my opinion, it's a little too close to the display. Sometimes I'll accidentally tap the display. Honestly, I just wish the keyboard was maybe just a little bit further away from the display, or maybe a little bit lower. Maybe if there was a way to, I don't know, make the display a little bit higher or something, so I'm not accidentally hitting the display instead of typing what I'm trying to type, then that would be better. But overall, aside from that, I mean, the keyboard is still great. It's still a nice accessory to go along with this tablet. That way you're not having to type on the screen all the time. It's just always easier with a keyboard like this. So very nice addition to the tablet here. But overall, as a whole, just to try and keep this as nice and as short and as simple as I possibly can, I've definitely been enjoying my experience with the OnePlus Pad. It's definitely been a nice tablet to use, and I've been using it a lot because I've enjoyed using it, not because I have to just to review it, but you know, aside from the times where I'm testing stuff out, I find myself just picking it up to do things that I would normally do on my smartphone, just because it's been enjoyable to do it here on the tablet. So I can definitely recommend this tablet. I don't think 450 or 480 bucks is too bad of a price for this tablet right here. I mean, it runs great. It runs super smooth. You're getting great battery life, that beautiful 144 hertz display. You're getting awesome speakers. I didn't even talk about the speakers. The speakers on this tablet right here, they get super loud. I mean, super loud, more than loud enough. So when you're watching content or listening to music, it just makes the experience that much better, especially when watching content or even playing games. Because you know, you have your hands on the tablet like this and you can feel the sound coming through. So it's almost like you're feeling the game as well. So you're getting some great speakers on this tablet as well. Yeah, you don't get, you know, the best cameras, but aside from that, you're getting an overall really, really great tablet that hits that sweet spot when it comes to size as well. So if you're looking for a great Android tablet, I gotta say, at least from my experience, the OnePlus Pad has actually been pretty great. But if you do have one of these for yourself, let me know how it's been running for you down in the comment sections below. Have you been having, you know, as good of experience as I have with this tablet? And if you don't have one, let me know if this video maybe helped you out in making that decision on whether or not you should buy one or not. Like I said, I'll have a link down in the description below in case you do want to pick one of these up for yourself, the OnePlus Pad. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Thanks for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.